Hey everybody, you're very welcome. Happy Friday. Welcome to Vincent's Kitchen Quiz, where you can have a good old riot in the safety of your own home. Anyway, you're very welcome. I hope you're all doing well. Hey Jimmy, hey everybody else, whether you're tuning in on Facebook Live, YouTube, or on our very own website. So how have you all been? How are you all keeping? Get Easter done okay? Had a nice time? Well, as nice as is possible. I hope you're all keeping well. And kind of took a break this last couple of Fridays. Good Friday, understandable, maybe. Friday before, yep, just drunk some vino tinto and had a curry. My first Friday night off in a year. Kind of missed it. I missed the old quizzy quiz. So, back to a full weekends of quizzy quiz on a Friday, and tomorrow evening a party quiz. Hey Houston, no problem Vanessa. So, I'll tell you a bit more about tomorrow evening, planning a couple of subtle changes, but enough about tomorrow evening, and you'll be very welcome to join us then, as always. But this evening, the job in hand, or quizzy quiz for Quizzers Quiz. We've got 4 rounds for you this evening. We've got first round, we've got some famous bells. I'm glad I'm back to barking mad. Hey Pugwash William, famous bells, famous palindromes, done those before. Famous cities with some degrees, famous Henrys. So that's your round 1. Everything's famous here. We don't do obscure nonsense here. Then we'll have a full round of connections, round 2. Round 3, we've got some images, all with a number associated with the caption. Round 4, 3 famous dictators, 3 famous poems for you poets, 3 famous common ailments, and we'll finish with 3 famous festivals. So nothing complicated, but tricky. A couple of quizzy things in here, but how do I feel? No, I'm happy. I'm good. 48 points up for grabs. We should be done in an hour, and you can all get tucked up for the evening, and Barry in the afternoon, and Isabel in the afternoon. So let's get going, shall we? Your 3 famous bells. Hello, Anna and Empire Strikes Back. Hey, Paddy and Comfortably Dumb. Or 3 famous bells, wherever you're tuning in from. You're very welcome. Hey, Geraldine on Facebook Live. Famous bell number 1. American-based chain of fast food restaurants originating in Irvine, California, 1962 by Glenn Bell. Give me the name of this American-based chain of fast food restaurants originating in Irvine, California in the year of 1962 by a certain Glenn Bell. Is your famous bell number 1? American-based chain fast food restaurants. Glenn Bell. Does that ring a bell? Hey, Paul. Famous bell number 2. Co-founder in 1885 of the American Telephone and Telegraph Company, now called AT&T. So who would that be? Famous bell number 2. Co-founder 1885 of the American Telephone and Telegraph Company. AT&T. 1885. Famous bell number 2. Evening, Kathleen and the McLachlans. Okay with your bells so far? Famous bell number 3. The Liberty Bell. The Liberty Bell is the symbol of American independence. Yep. Located in which city, however? The Liberty Bell, the symbol of American independence, is located in which city? Is your famous bell number 3? Hey, Claire and Andrew. Hey, Finn's Fools. Got you, Anna. Hey, Billy and Connor. Missed you. How's Grandad doing? So there's your 3 famous bells. Thunder Broads are now go. Did you miss any? Martina, let me know where you're tuning in from this evening. And if you missed any, we'll do a recap as always. 4, 5 and 6, we've got 3 famous palindromes. Yep, you know those words where they're the same backways as frontways? So a palindrome, and there's 3 of them from the clues. Spelt the same way, backways as frontways. Famous palindrome number 1. Something related to a city or municipality. A city or municipality, something related to. Is your famous palindrome spelt the same way backways as forwards? Number 1. City, municipality, palindrome. Spelt the same way, backways, forward ways. Evening, Kevin. Evening, Therese. Evening, Lauren. Evening, Kevin and Stephen on Facebook Live. Famous palindrome. Backways, frontways, the same spelling. Number 2. Defined as a horizontal plane or line with respect to the distance above or below a given point. Famous palindrome number 2. Defined as a horizontal plane or indeed a line with respect to the distance above or below a given point. Famous palindrome number 2. Thanks, Martina, tuning in from Longford, Dublin, Rome and DC. What a truly international team are the Thunderbroads. So your horizontal plane or line with respect to the distance above or below a given point. Famous tricky palindrome maybe, number 3. Spelled the same ways, backways as forward ways. Clues are Ford GT or Porsche 919, for example, hybrid would be a palindrome, with examples being Ford GT or Porsche 919 hybrid would be examples of famous palindrome number 3. Now, what could that palindrome be? Evening, Laura. Ford GT. Porsche 919 hybrid. Palindrome. Okie dokie. 7, 8 and 9. 3 cities and degrees. Okay, so you get some clues and you have to give me the city. All with a degree in the clue. Famous city with a degree clue number 1. This is the second highest capital city in the world, and it's within 1 degree of the equator. So the second highest capital city in the world, and it lies within 1 degree of the equator. is your quizzy, tricky city with a degree number 1? In terms of altitude, the second highest capital city in the world, and it's within 1 degree of the equator. Famous city with a degree number 2. Your clues are, this is Spain's 3rd largest city in terms of population, Spain's 3rd largest city. And this city lies within a degree of the prime meridian. So the prime meridian is that thing that goes through Greenwich with a 0 is your prime meridian. And I'm all mixed up between GMT and I should change that to BST. But anyway, Spain's 3rd largest city in terms of population, and it lies within 1 degree. So that's longitude of the prime meridian. Evening, Deirdre. And your 3rd city with a degree element, Washington, D.C. So right up your street, Thunderbroads. Washington, D.C. is at 38 degrees north-ish, give or take a minute or two, and it's on the same latitude as which European capital city? So you go east, due east from Washington DC, 38 degrees north, you stay kind of 38 degrees north, well not kind of, you do, and you'd bump into which European capital city do you think? Due east of Washington DC at 38 degrees north is your 3rd city with a degree element. Evening, Diane. Lindsay, I'm on question 9. Question 9. But if you were late, Lindsay, don't worry. Oh, Diane's answered that. We'll be doing a quick recap. So we had your 3 famous bells. We'll recap on those. We had your 3 backways forwards palindromes, 4 through 6, and then 7 through 9 were your 3 tricky, quizzy cities with a degree in the clue. But we'll do a full recap, Lindsay. And your final 3 in round 1. Welcome back, everybody, on your quizzy quiz. Famous Henrys, 10, 11 and 12. 3 famous Henrys. Famous Henry number 1, Arthur Fonzie Fonzarelli. Who is your famous Henry number 1? Arthur Fonzie Fonzarelli is your famous, hopefully, Henry number 1. Arthur Fonzie Fonzarelli. No problem, Lindsay. Just holler. Famous Henry number 2. Quite simply, the 1973 Nobel Peace Prize winner. Bit of controversy around this one, but the 1973 Nobel Peace Prize winner is your famous Henry number 2. When are you fit to get a haircut, guys? Famous Henry number 3. Famous Henry number 3. Henry VIII. Henry VIII reminds me of a famous quiz question once. You know those stupid quiz questions on radio shows? Somebody phoned in and the quizmaster said, how many Henrys were there? And he said, well, there was Henry II, Henry V, Henry VIII, so that would be 3. But anyway, Henry VIII, best known for his 6 marriages, and in particular, his first one that was annulled. But who was that to? Henry VIII's first wife. Famous Henry, number 3. So, let's do a recap in case anybody missed any of the questions in round 1. That would be round 2. This would be round 1. Your famous bells, your famous palindromes, your cities with the degrees, and your famous Henrys. So you okay with those? Your American-based chain of fast food restaurants, Glen Bell, founded in 1962. Co-founder in 1885, your famous Henry number 3, AT&T, the Liberty Bell, the City Please. Your palindromes, same backwards as forwards spelling, something related to a city or municipality. Your horizontal plane or line with respect to the distance above or below a given point. 4GT or Porsche 919 hybrid would be examples of which palindrome number 3. And then your 3 cities with a degree clue. Second highest capital city in the world within a degree of the equator. Spain's 3rd largest city in terms of population within a degree of the prime meridian, 0 degrees longitude, and Washington DC at 38 degrees north is on the same latitude. Just go directly east and you'd bump into which European capital. And then your famous Henrys, Arthur Fonzarelli, your 1973 Nobel Peace Prize winner, and Henry VIII, best known for his 6 marriages, and in particular to his first annulled, his first wife. Okie dokie, so 12 potential points available in your first Friday quiz in 3 weeks, where you've all been resting up. Okay, 12 potential points. How did you get on? Well, let's find out. Good luck. So your 3 famous bells were Taco Bell, Alexander Graham Bell, the Liberty Bell in the city of Philadelphia. Your palindromes, Civic, Level, and did you get racing car? Quito is your 2nd highest capital city in the world. Ecuador's capital within 1 degree of the equator. Valencia, the 3rd largest city in Espanol, and within 1 degree of the prime meridian. And if you went due east to Washington DC, would you believe it? You're a lot further south than some of you may have gone for. You'd be hitting Lisbon in Portugal. We forget how far north we are in Europe. Henry Winkler, the Fonz, Henry Kissinger, your 73 Nobel Peace Prize winner, and Catherine of Aragon, your 3 famous Henrys. So post your scores and your team names on our website, live chat feed, on YouTube if you're tuning in there, or on Facebook Live. Just give us your team names and your scores out of 12. Thunderbroad's in on 11. It's race car. Silly Billy me. You see, I do make mistakes. Thank you, Lindsay. Why did I say racing car? Anyway, out of 12, thank you for that correction. Pugwash, straight out of the traps on 12. Comfortably Dumb, 11. Shamrock Solitude, 11. Chickpeas on 10. Hope you went for race car, not my stupid racing car. Deirdre on 9. Paul on 10. Lockdown Haircuts, 12. Sandbaggers on 10. Bernie and Kevin on 8. Walton's on 7. The McLaughlins on 10. Yes, Diane, it's race car. Yep, messed up. But sure, here's me taking a break. I thought I was well rested. Claire and Andrew, Mac Jacks on 9. Tempire on 8. Well done, Diane on 7. Frogs on 10. Those capitals or those cities with degrees were tricky. Karina on 10. Thank you. Sorry about racing car. Evening, Derek. Captain Morgan, you're not struggling with 9. That's fabulous. Stellars, hi Bernie, on 12. Fantastic. Are you struggling with the Captain Morgans or you're struggling with the quiz? Kaiser's Crew on 8. Round 2, a full course of connections. Well done, David. A full course of connections. So, connections, I remind you, the Douglas clan on 10. Emma and Stephen. Hey, Stephen. Hey, Emma on 8. So, connections, you get 3 bits of information. There's a couple of tricky ones in here. Fins Fools on 9. 3 bits of information and you join the dots. Okay, shall we go? There's 12 of them. Connection number 1. What connects? What connects parental care with to cultivate and grow with a child and teenage actress turned double Academy Award winner? So we'll start with the third one. So we're looking for the name of a child turned teenage actress turned double Academy Award winner. The connection with that, to cultivate and grow with parental care. Are your 3 connections? What connects number 1? Anna, you got 9 out of 12. You're getting yelled at. Stop yelling at Anna, please. Leave her alone. Parental care, to cultivate and grow, and a child turned teenage actress turned double Academy Award winner. What connects number 2? What connects? The first one is a bit of geology. A sheet of rock formed in a fracture. A sheet of rock formed in a fracture with a levee in American English. So drove it to the levee. With the former Director General of the BBC, also Chairman of the FA, also CEO of London Weekend Television, busy guy, and CEO of Channel 5. Okay, so what connects? Former Director General of the BBC, Chairman of the FA, CEO of London Weekend Television and Channel 5, with a levee in American English, with a sheet of rock formed in a fracture, is your very tricky, probably the trickiest connection, number 2. Levee, sheet of rock, former Director General of BBC. One of the things I'm planning to do is when I'm reading out the questions come up. That's something would be helpful. Plus a leaderboard. What connects your sheet of rock formed in a fracture? A levee in American English, and the former Director General of the BBC. What connects? Number 3. What connects to move slowly? To move slowly. Radiohead's debut single and Strangely Repulsive. So, Strangely Repulsive with Radiohead's debut single with To Move Slowly. Is your what connects? Number 3. What connects? Number 4. What connects Hoover Dam with a large mass of stone with a Colorado city in the foothills of the Rockies? So a Colorado city in the foothills of the Rockies with a large mass of stone with Hoover Dam is your what connects. Number 4. Connection 5. What connects? What connects a church official in mathematics, natural numbers, with a baseball player from St. Louis or a footballer, as in NFL, from Arizona? So a baseball player from St. Louis with a NFL player from Arizona with your church official, or in mathematics, natural numbers. What connects? Number 5. Connections are tricky, but when you get there, what a feeling. So baseball player, St. Louis, NFL player, Arizona, church official, mathematics, natural numbers. Nothing natural about that connection. What connects? Number 6. What connects a bootlegger with Radio Caroline with Jack Sparrow? Be a bit more straightforward. Jack Sparrow, Radio Caroline with a bootlegger is your what connects. Number 6. Connection 7. What connects? What connects an automatic response to a simple stimulus, so an automatic response to a simple stimulus, with an angle that's greater than 180 degrees but less than 360, with a Duran Duran #1 US hit. So a Duran Duran #1 US hit, I think it was their second #1 in the UK, with an automatic response to a simple stimulus to an angle which is greater than 180 degrees, but less than 360 degrees, is your weird. What connects? Number 7. Race car. I think if you figure out the Duran Duran hit, that will help you on your way. Connection 8. What connects the capital city of Nevada with the Tonight Show with a 5 times British champion jockey? So a 5 times British champion jockey with the Tonight Show with the capital of the state of Nevada. Nevada. Tonight. Champion jockey 5 times. Connection 9. What connects? What connects a type of racing pigeon with the band The Who with James Bond? So what connects? James Bond, The Who, and message received. Sorry, I think I've messed that one up. Was I at number 9? Okay, I've done those the wrong way round. So, can I start all over? Because I think I've messed up. Connection 9. Message received. What connects? Apologies. Message received with The Who with James Bond. Message received, the band The Who, and James Bond. Oops. It's only water. That's the problem. Message received. The Who. James Bond. And number 10, which was number 9. A type of racing pigeon. The Simpsons. And the Iliad. So what connects your type of racing pigeon with the Simpsons with the Iliad? That was 10, but it should have been 9. And your penultimate but one connection, 11. What connects a small village with a cigar with Shakespeare? Shakespeare, cigar, small village is your penultimate connection, number 11. And your final connection. What connects? James Newell Osterberg Jr., the godfather of punk, with a fizzy drink or soda with father or indeed dad. So what connects father/dad with a fizzy drink or soda with James Newell Osterberg Jr., the godfather of punk, is your final exhausting what connects, number 12. Let's put your connections up as we did before, only at the right time. Your 12 connections. So there you go. In correct order, no racing cars in here. Parental care, to cultivate and to grow. A child and teenage actress who turned into a double Academy Award winner. A sheet of rock formed in a fracture with a levee, as in American English, with the former Director General of the BBC, who was also the chairman of the FA, who was also CEO of London Weekend Television and indeed Channel 5. To Move Slowly, the debut single by Radiohead, and someone strangely repulsive. Hoover Dam, a large mass of stone, a Colorado city in the foothills of the Rockies. Your church official. In mathematics, natural numbers, with a baseball player from St. Louis or an NFL player from Arizona. A bootlegger, Radio Caroline, Jack Sparrow. Your Duran, number 1 in the US, with an angle greater than 180 but less than 360 degrees, with an automatic response to a simple stimulus. What connects Nevada's capital city with The Tonight Show and a 5 times British champion jockey? What connects a type of racing pigeon with The Simpsons, with the Iliad? 10. What connects Message Received with The Who, with James Bond? And your penultimate connection, what connects a small village with a cigar with Shakespeare? And finally, James Newell Osterberg Jr., known as the godfather of punk in many quarters, with a fizzy drink or soda with Father or Dad. There's your 12 connections. 12 points each round this evening. There are 12 points, so your cumulative at the end of round 2 would indeed, should be, maximum 24, excluding racing car. So how did you get on? Well, let's find out. So there's your connections. We had parental care, foster as in cultivating or growing, as indeed connected with Jodie Foster. Dyke as your fracture geological feature with your levee, with Greg Dyke. Creep as in Radiohead, as in repulsive, as in creepy, as in moving slowly. Hoover Dam, formerly known as Boulder Dam, Boulder City, Boulder. Cardinal, as in your church official, with the Cardinals out of Arizona, and indeed St. Louis, your baseball Cardinals. And your mathematical numbers, your Pirates, as in Radio Caroline, Jack Sparrow, bootlegger. Reflex, Duran hit, etc. Johnny Carson, Willie Carson, Carson City. Homer Simpson, as in the Iliad, as in Racing Pigeon. Roger, as in over, as in Daltrey, as in Moore. Hamlet, as in a mild cigar, as in Shakespeare, as in a small village. So the scores are coming in. Thunderbroads 23, Lemons 21, Shamrock 23, Finn's Fools 21, Paddy 22, Karina 22, Sandbaggers 21, Marty, El Paso Do, Fantastic, Full House 23, Tempire 21, Kaiser's Crew 11, not sure what they got in the first, but we'll find out. Claire and Andrew, the Mac Jacks on 21, well done David, well done the Chickpeas on 21, Deirdre 19, Douglas Clan 24, Pugwash, Still Perfect 24, Bernie and Kevin 16, In the Cave 19, Houston No Problem 22, Captain Morgan sipping down nicely Derek on 19, The Waltons doing well on 18 on Facebook Live. Barking Mad on 19. No Leicester contingent tonight, Barking Mad. Okay, so that's round 2 over. We're at the halfway point. We're zipping through this. Fine and dandy. McLaughlin's on 22. Diane closely behind. Paul, 19. Good scoring, guys. Lots to play for. 24 points left to play for. Round 3 are pictures or images or captions or whatever you want to call them. But the one thing they all have in common is they have a number. A number is what we're after here. 12 famous numbers from these. Hopefully 12 famous captions. Well done, Andy. Welcome back, Andy Thomas. Famous numbers from these 12 pictures. We're looking for the number. Leicester tunes in for music. A musical. East Midlands contingent. Famous number. Picture number 2. The number, please. Caption 3. The number, please. Number. Where do we get these leaderboards done? Okay, from this, we're looking for the number. From this, your number. Number 6, with a number. Excuse me. Ooh. So, number 7. Uh, Douglas Clan saying the lockdowns are beating us. Long way to go, Douglas Clan. Don't give up. So, you're going to get a number. I want to know what this number represents. So, slight palindrome. The other way around. So, you get the number, but what is it? Ooh, famous number from this. The number. Yep, the number. Famous number. Number 9. Famous number from this. Number 10. Image 11. Included is a number. 11. And finally, your final number. Final number from this image. The number, remember. Okay, so let's do a quick fly through. 12 captions and 12 answers with a number in each of the answers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 'Number in this caption 10, 'Number in this, and finally the number from this guy. It's the end of round 3. How did you get on? Giving you a cumulative of 36 potential points. Well, here we go. So, James Bond 007. The red line on the map was Route 66, number 10, Downing Street. Chanel, number 5, or there is another one, 1957 apparently, for that fragrance. 22/7 is 3.14159. Listen, I'll let you off with 3.14. Apollo 13. The 10 to the power of was Google. 0 degrees Kelvin, absolute zero, or minus 273.15 degrees Celsius. I'll accept either your Magnificent 7, your Porsche 911, or 911, 2001 A Space Odyssey, and that was Johan Cruyff, who retired with the number 14 shirt. So your 12 captions, all with a number relevance. So out of 36, how did you get on? And the only kind of unusual one was the wrong way round. 10 to the power of 100 is, in fact, Google. So out of 36, post those scores. Comfortably done on 34. Pugwash, 11 on 35. Perfection has escaped you, William, this evening. Claire and Andrew, Macjacks, 32. Great scoring, guys. Some fantastic scoring. Chickpeas, also on 32. Kaiser's Crew, good scoring on 30. Douglas Clan, fantastic on 31. Lockdown Haircuts, 35, fantastic. Karina, 32. If I had a leaderboard, up at the top would be Lockdown, would be Pugwash, closely behind Paddy, closely behind El Paso Duo on 34. David on the rails on 28. Thunderbroads on 32. Derek, 29. Do we need Pie to be? Nah, you're 22/7. Henry. Houston, no problem on 33. Deirdre, fantastic, 29. Paul, 28. Frogs, 30. Sandbaggers, 32. Bargain Mad, 29. Tempire, fantastic. Anna on 32. Bernie and Kevin closely behind. And the Lennons, is that a 1 or a 4? But more than 30. Martin Smith, where have you been? Martin on 33. Stellars, Bernie on 34. Rhonda, superb round on 28. Cumulative. Your final round in tonight's Quizzy Quiz for Quizzers Quiz. McLachlan's on 33. I want to thank all of you for continuing to donate to our own project and to our charities. You can do that via PayPal safely or Stripe We'll be making a couple more donations this month to St Vincent de Paul and Northern Ireland Hospice. So thank you for your kind donations. Keep giving. We're the quiz site that keeps on giving. Tomorrow evening, party quiz. A bit more entertainment-y. Slight change in the format. Martin asked me what was the change. I haven't finally decided. You missed Cruyff's number. It was a good one. He retired with number 14, Henry. But anyway, suffice to say, it's good fun tomorrow evening. And we'll do fastest finger with some of your top 10s after the event or after party, which is some crack, on our website. So tomorrow evening, same time, 9 o'clock, BST. Same place, your place. Look forward to seeing you tomorrow evening. Well, you know what I mean. Final round, 4x3. Your off-road 4x3, round 4. Thank you for tuning in this evening. 3 famous dictators. First bunch of 3. 3 famous dictators. I want to know their countries of birth. Yep, you heard me right. And in the case of one of them, it would be the modern, well, it's all the modern country, but one of them, it's definitely, well, when I get to him, you'll understand. So 3 famous dictators, the country respectively that each of them were born in. So off we go. Famous dictator, where was he born? Country, please, Saddam Hussein. Country of birth, Saddam Hussein. Taking it easy, Martin. Like to hear that. Don't stress. Famous dictator. But where was he born? Adolf Hitler. Where was he born? Adolf Hitler. Country, please. Well done, Andy. Great scoring, Andy. Famous dictator number 3. But where was he born? Joseph Broz Tito. So, the country, please. In modern geographical definition terms, Joseph Broz Tito. Country of birth. In today's map context. Country. So there's your 3 dictators, Hussein, Hitler and Tito, the countries of birth respectively. 4, 5 and 6. 3 famous poems. 3 poets. 3 famous poems, the poets respectively. The Ballad of Reading Gaol. Famous poem number 1. The poet, please. The Ballad of Reading Gaol. Tight quiz tonight. A few teams on 35. Bunch of teams between 32 and 34. And a few teams north of 30. So, and a few in the high 20s. So, just a handful of points between all of you. Great scoring. The Ballad of Reading Gaol. Famous poem number 2. The poet, please. If. The poet. And trickiest poem, maybe. The Raven. The Raven, as in bird. Famous poet, number 3. The Ballad of Reading Gaol, If, and The Raven. 4, 5 and 6, your 3 famous poets. Seven, 8 and 9, you're going to get the official medical term, but we're looking for what these common illnesses or ailments would normally in everyday language be? Okay, so you get the technical wording and you give me the modern, common day, normal speak things that we would say. Talking gibberish. Okay, technical medical description. A myocardial infarction. A myocardial infarction. But we wouldn't go around saying you had a myocardial infarction. You would say what? Ailment, sickness. Number 2. The technical medical term, allergic rhinitis or rhinitis. Allergic rhinitis or rhinitis, you would say what? But you wouldn't say allergic rhinitis or rhinitis. You would say what? So what is allergic rhinitis? And medical speak. Number 3. Infectious mononucleosis. Infectious mononucleosis. Now, what would that be in everyday common speak? Infectious mononucleosis. What would you normally say for that ailment? Infectious mononucleosis is your medical thingamajigger that we're looking for the normal common day language speak. So myocardial infarction, allergic rhinitis, and infectious mononucleosis. And your final 3. Let's go out with a flurry. Let's go out with a festive feeling. We'll finish with 3 famous festivals from the clues. 3 famous festivals. Famous festival number 1 from this. This is the world's largest arts festival. This is all pre-COVID, obviously. It covers 25 days and it would happen in Scotland. In Scotland, over 25 days, normally, you would find the world's largest arts festival. But what's it known as? The world's largest arts festival. Famous festival number 2. This is called the San Fermin Festival, Fermin, the San Fermin Festival. And it was made famous by Hemingway's The Sun Also Rises. So, San Fermin Festival, made famous by Hemingway's The Sun Also Rises. So can you figure out from that what this famous festival would normally, famously be called? San Fermin, Hemingway's The Sun Also Rises. And your final festival, indeed, your final question in tonight's Quizzy Quiz for Quizzy's Quiz, back on a Friday, the 9th of April. Thank you for tuning in. Final festival takes place at Flemington Racecourse. Takes place at Flemington Racecourse. This festival includes the richest 2-mile handicap in the world. Flemington Racecourse. The richest 2-mile handicap in the world. Now, which famous racing festival would that be? Flemington. The world's richest 2-mile handicap. Famous festival. Number 3. Let's recap on your final round in writing. So your famous dictators, and we're looking for their countries of birth. Saddam Hussein, Adolf Hitler, Tito. Countries, please. Poets, The Ballad of Reading Gaol, If and the Raven. We're looking for the common speak for these medical terms. Myocardial infarction, allergic rhinitis, infectious mononucleosis. And then your three famous festivals. The world's largest arts festival, 25 days, normally, pre-COVID in Scotland. San Fermin Festival, made famous by Hemingway's The Sun Also Rises. And your festival number 3 takes place at Flemington Racecourse. Includes the richest 2-mile handicap in the world. There's your final round. 12 potential points. 4 by 12. Cumulative. Aggregate. 48 is your max this evening. So if you want to tidy up your final round, I'll post the answers. So for those of you who are available and for those of you who want, tune in tomorrow night. Best seats on a Saturday are always on the website, just in case we play tunes or clips or any of that good stuff on a Saturday evening. Website's the place to be. So see you then. Well, and thanks for all your support, encouragement and donations. Your answers to your final round. Keep well, guys. If you don't tune in tomorrow night, enjoy the rest of your weekend wherever you are. Here's your answers. So, Saddam Hussein, he was born in Iraq. Adolf Hitler, in northern Austria. Tito, modern-day Croatia. Oscar Wilde, The Ballad of Reading Gaol. Rudyard Kipling, If. Edgar Allan Poe, well done if you got Edgar Allan Poe for composing The Raven. Heart attack is your myocardial infarction. Hay fever is your allergic rhinitis. Glandular fever is your infectious mononucleosis. Your Edinburgh Festival Fringe or Fringe Festival. Pamplona, the running of the bulls, festival number 2. And did you get out of Flemington, the world's richest 2-mile handicap is the Melbourne Cup Festival. So, out of 36, post your scores, guys. And thank you for tuning in. And it's been good. So here we go. The Douglas clan on 43. Be great when we have these leaderboards automated. Bart and Mad, great scoring 41. Comfortably done, Paddy, superb 46. Claire and Andrew, great scoring 42. Thunderbroads, Cora 44. Well done, guys. The Lennons, great scoring 40. Karina, fab 44. Kaiser's Crew 42. Chickpeas, superb 44. Marty, superb 43. Bernie and Kevin closely behind. Lockdown Haircut, some great guesses with 2 nurses 47. Good team. Derek, any nurses tonight? Only kidding. 39. Stick with Captain Morgan. Jimmy, hi. Sandbaggers 43. You're welcome, Paddy. Houston, no problem, 44. Well done, David. William Graham, 46. Superb finishing there. McLaughlin's 44. Andy, closely behind. Marty Smith on 44. Also, the Waltons, 35. Great scoring. David, love it, love it. Anna, Tempire, 40. Bernie and Kevin, thank you for tuning in. Indeed, all of you, thank you for tuning in. And it was good to be back, Vanessa. It was good. Didn't know what to do with myself. Eating curries and drinking red wine. And playing music. Apart from that, I had nothing to do. So, tomorrow evening, Shamrock Solitude. Awesome scoring on 47. Thank you, Jackie, for that. So, sure, if you're not going out tomorrow night and you fancy a bit of crack, you'll have it here. Well done, Paul. Movies, quizzy, flip me, haven't even written it yet. Can be whatever I want it to be. Better get me skates on. And thanks for all your kind donations. Keep giving. Enjoy your weekend, guys. And hopefully you'll see me tomorrow night. Well, I'll be here. Bless you all. Night, Kieran. Well done, Bernie. Superb scoring. And take care. Enjoy your weekend. And sure, you're welcome.